Good morning, y'all. It's Lippy. Happy Easter. I was going to do a garden tour, but we're going to do a fast one this morning. We're trying to cover things, secure things to the best of our ability. We got severe storms coming to our area. It looks like it's going to reflect back to Easter Sunday of 1999 and the great storm of 2011. As far as the models show, it is setting up for that. So we're going to do the best that we can, secure what we can, and we're going to put it in the Lord's hands. Today is Easter. And we're going to entrust, at least for Buddy and I. So I'm going to run you through. I won't be able to stop and take the time, but you know, you guys can go back and look each week, every Sunday. I give you a garden tour, and I did have to stake tomatoes, and I also had to clamp them. I'm using these tomato clamps I've used for quite a few years. But if y'all remember some of our earliest gardens during our YouTube, at the beginning of our YouTube, we ran a fishing line and had a board. That's what we're planning on doing for next year. But for now, we're gonna use our little clips, and hopefully these stakes, all these stakes that you see, will stand strong for us. Just gotta have faith. All right, let's get this done, and I gotta get back underneath that porch because, yeah, it's been raining on us. I'm soaking wet because I had to feed, and I'm gonna show you what I feed with. Okay, let's start with this bed. You see we haven't finished the row, and it started falling out. So we've got pasteboard, a brick. They're young enough, these are my pepper plants, they're young enough to where I can pull them up. But y'all, they're sinking. But that's okay. After this storm comes through, we're gonna go ahead and throw a box here, fill this back up with soil, and replant these. These are just tame jalapenos. Okay, here is our tomatoes. And then look at our cucumbers. I've got to start shifting them to the trellis. And there is my famous sign, retired and broke, and we're going to add it to the garden. Okay, we're going to step in. I've already got this cucumber moving in that direction. And these are the celebrity tomatoes. As you can see, this is how I secured them. And then over here, I don't know if I can zoom in, but I did like a chain link on the clamps. And the reason why I did that is because I put my stake too far from the plant. So everything's looking good. Calendula has a beautiful bloom. Oh, rain's coming back, but that's all right. A little water never hurt nobody. I always tell everybody I'm salt anyway. I won't melt like sugar. This is full of blooms. Yes, that's them tomatoes that prove to me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Remember them curly Q things that I kept saying, oh, I don't know about them. Well, they're saying, look here, lady, let me show you something. Here we go. Ooh, I'm getting a whiff of what I didn't, yeah, I did. I staked this one. Here's another one. Can you see how I went in and let me just zoom in. How I did a chain link. Back up. I mean, everything's looking good. Now those ones with all the blooms, that's these curly Qs. Remember I was telling you about? Yeah. They've made Lippy go, I've got quite a few blooms on my peppers. Got little bitty peppers. Let me pull back out. And it looks like the aloe vera that I'd got from Miss Wanda. Remember, it had some little dying spots and I replanted it, but look at all the pretty green coming out. It's gonna do just fine. More blooms. This is the bells. they're doing great. Still have to find a home for my bay. And poor Chester was floating. So, Buddy drilled me a couple of holes, so I don't have to worry about it. Doing good. And remember, I direct sowed. It's doing okay, but you see the difference if you start your seeds early. I'm still amazed with how great the garden's doing considering what we were working with to seed start. You know, we wasn't working in the best conditions. You know, we had it in the garage. We wasn't keeping a steady temp. But the Lord said, no, this is your year to shine again, Lippy. And this is what, remember the other day when I was like, well, there you go. Grayson's tomatoes doing great. I'm starting to think, I could be wrong, this could actually be a cherry tomato. And I say that because of the cluster of blooms. If it would have been just 2 blooms connected, I would have removed one because then it would have been a cat-faced tomato. Okay, here's that rosemary and oregano. Doing great. Look at that. That's those African marigolds. The lemon balm with some sporadic zinnias. Gotta love the grandkids. Now, I didn't notice, but I'm gonna have to fill this in with something because I can actually plant in there some little something. Because remember, I did not want my beds connecting on my herbs. None of these beds connect like the vegetables because each individual bed requires different attention. Here's the lavender. Oop, let me zoom in so y'all can, there's the lavender. And we do have something. It's definitely not a weed. So we're just gonna see what it is. But there's something there. Thyme's doing great. My other lavender, oops, sorry. Looks like it's gonna be more of a variegated, almost a tiger stripe. And here is, I have no idea. It's either going to be zucchini or it's going to be squash. Yeah, you see there's no white marker. So we'll know, but it's one or the other, but there is no marker on this bed. These are the russets. Remember that bag I told you was like the worst bag, all mushy but hey, I'm getting a few. I've got some coming in over there, look. I wasn't really anticipating even getting this many out of that bag. Like I said, I got the best bag they had and it was pretty nasty. And then here's the reds, doing fantastic. And I did go in with more straw. That's what I'm gonna use to heal because this is a box bed. It's not like, you know, in the ground, direct ground, where you can heal properly. And then here is the Yukons. They're kind of all together, which I didn't plant them like that. So what this is telling me is where this plant is, I had 2 more. I've dug in there, there's nothing. So this one stayed pretty well uniform, see? So it looks like this is telling me them mushy ones may not make it, but that's okay. Potato is a potato, right? There's my little rooster. There's no wind blowing. Okay, let me take y'all out here. Remember last week I seeded these? This is gonna be my makeshift pollinating station. Well, there's life coming. Look at there, in just a week. This one is, let's see what, oops. Let's see what this says. Well, y'all look. Oh, where can you, Lippy forgot to mark it. So I don't know what I put there. Oh, Buddy brought me a present. Thanks, bud.
Well, saved his life.
You saved his life?
Saved his life.
He was in the road?
Yep.
Oh, buddy saved his life. He was in the road. I wonder if he's going to poke his head out. I know I got to give this little fella a bath. Look how green and, ugh, poor thing. All right, let me show you what I fed with this morning. All right, I've got it all covered. Oh, the rain's coming again. Garden Tone is what this is. Now this is a 3-4-4. Because remember, oh, and does it stink. That's too close to my face. Let me see if I can do. Lord help me. Okay. Y'all, this is the stinkiest stuff I ever smelled in my life, but I know it's worth it. But what I'm trying to do, I know I'm gonna get my knee wet, is now we can't concentrate on the green. We're starting to bear fruit, right? So what did I tell y'all? Last week was the last time I threw high nitrogen. Now I'm trying to feed the roots. That's phosphorus. Well, what does roots have to have? Just like a growing child. Vitamins. That's where the potash is. That's what keeps it stable, gives it vitamins, you know, keeps it neutral and healthy. But the phosphorus is where we're at right now. We've uplifted the green. We're now going to the root system, because when that root is strong, that plant is strong. And then we just keep a base neutral of the potash. That's your NPK, the way Lippy does it. And I love this Garden Tone. Now, I've got a couple of small bags that I'm using now, but of course I have a couple of large ones that we found because we did clean the front shed out yesterday like I told y'all. So, oh, this stuff stinks. All right, I'm gonna get this covered back up. Hopefully when the storms go, there's no damage. I've got to come back out here and do some more work, guys. So, that is the garden tour, the best that I can get it. I'm sitting here trying to procrastinate to see if he'll open up, but he probably won't. You got to take care of nature, right? Okay, there it is. It's sprinkling now. There is the garden tour. Y'all stay safe, the ones that's in the path of the storms. It's gonna be a doozy today, y'all. But we got this, right? So I hope your Easter is going well. I hope it's full of great memories that's being made right now with family. Yeah. Today is a day to sit back and remember and concentrate on making this the most special day for you, your family, your children, your grandchildren. Nothing better than a memory bank. It's richer than a bank full of money, guys. So until next time, as always, God bless.